Right, so I just an extension on my other first two pot poop pot video, hidden here at the back of my lavender border. I just dug out hole number 4 because pot number 3 in my two pot poop pot system is just about full already. And there you see, I want to show you there's little black, see that little black cockroach. They love this stuff. I dug this hole here, and what I found is there's a lot of discussion about aeration in compost and composting systems and dog poop composting systems. And I worried about that. I don't like the idea of cutting holes in my pots. I got holes in the bottom, and did it work for me? Yeah, it did work for me, even in the wettest conditions. So don't worry about it. And this is quite loose fitting. With that, I just put the lid on there. It's actually not sealed. The bugs can get in and out. You don't want to make sure that when you touch it, I've seen people using sort of, equipment to, they don't want to touch it. Mine is quite clean, I made sure of that. Can get a little bit stuck there, but make sure you keep it clean or wash it off if it gets a bit dirty. Look at that. Pretty impressive, eh? So the only thing about, the little caveat about digging holes in sandy soil is that in winter it's fine, the soil is wet. In summer, digging a hole in the sand can be quite difficult. And here's all of my sand that I dug out, and there's another heap of sand. But you just leave it nearby and you throw it on top as you go along, or you can throw it in your other pots, because basically this is going to become 80 to 90% full of dog refuse. And why do I want this in my garden? I don't think I mentioned that. Well, this is very expensive compost, or actually manure. And while I don't want to be rooting around in it, and I do want it to be fairly well rotted before I ever certainly plant a carrot in it for my salad, over time this will be cleansed by nature. And I think that's what I love about nature and natural systems, because I've managed to keep our yard clean now. Oops, my back is killing me. Is that people import a lot of material into their gardens at great expense. You have to pay for it, you have to transport it, and you have to install it. But if you have a composter, if you have a compost heap like I showed you in the other video, and here if you've got well rotted dog manure, you've got a great opportunity that costs you absolutely nothing except the cost of some pots. Or maybe you've got just use some old pots if you don't want to go and buy new ones. If you've got a big dog, you're going to have a bigger pot, a bigger poop pot system. But this one is working fine for me. People who've got flocks of dogs, well, good luck to them. But I don't put poop in my rubbish bin. I think there's nothing more disgusting than all of the bags of poop that go to Tel Musenberg, which is the mountain of waste that has accumulated in Musenberg in the 20 years that I've been living here in the peninsula. So think about doing something that's sustainable, low cost, low energy. It'll burn off your bacon and egg sandwich that you had for breakfast, just digging this hole out, and you only have to do it once a month. So think about that.